That seems to make the most sense if we're doing this as close as we can to our lonesome. All right. So we're going out runway 1. Yep. We're going to follow the legs to Doge. Doge, yep. And then we're going to go to Rise and Doctor. Okay, so we're going to need to be above 515 feet, above 1,500 feet by Revenge, at max of 220 knots. We can do that. Do not exceed 220 knots until Revenge. Okay, we'll be 4,000 at Doge, at 250 knots. Make our hard right over towards Doctor, where we're going to be a floor of 5,000. All right. We'll take that. We're good with that. All right. So with that prepped and everything ready to go there, once again, this will be where we get on the ground control and give them our call sign if we're doing VATSIM. Request well, if the PDC had already come in, we don't need to ask for clearance, IFR clearance, but we'd ask for push clearance for push. We'd get the clearance for push. We'd push and then we get our taxi. So we're gonna go ahead and go ground now, and just request pushback. Let's familiarize ourselves.
N225 FB Foxtrot Bravo Alpha 225 requesting pushback.
We will
N225 FB Foxtrot Bravo Alpha 225 pushback request accepted.
We'll go Kilo Bravo. Yeah, we'll go Kilo Bravo Alpha crossing runway 4 here at Alpha, and then we'll join in here Echo. We'll turn in runway 1 at Juliet. All right. That sound good to everybody? Let's make sure that we update the stream flight here. Fetch sim brief. Good to go. We're going to need to set our flaps. Flaps set to 20. Now, should I set my flaps once I get onto the runway or as I'm taxiing to the runway? Or like as I just did just now? Okay, a little bit more water. Make sure I didn't get called by anybody. I do have friends out here. We set it right after pushback, before the flight control check, and after engine start. Okay. But see, we already have our engine started because this plane for some reason just comes started. What's this? What is this? Oh, this is cool. Is this for like night flights? What? That's pretty damn cool. That isn't real. It's a figment of the deranged developer's imagination. Oh. Oh. I was about to say that's pretty damn cool if it was. All right, let's make sure we get our landing lights on and everything. You know, usually I guess we really don't need the landing lights during the day, huh? All right. So let's begin our taxi here. Begin our taxi. This plane is massive compared to the and like I keep saying, I know it's not a large plane, but compared to the Citation X that I'm used to flying, this is You know, this is why I've been telling folks, you gotta step it up. Okay. You don't just get in a monster truck. All right. And because this is the game and not GSX, the traffic does not stop for anybody. So we'll wait for the traffic. Like I said, we're gonna taxi Kilo to Bravo, crossing Kilo Bravo Alpha, crossing runway 4 at Alpha, joining Echo, then getting on to runway 1. So that should help us out a little bit. Trust me, they don't stop IRL either. So like, is that nerve wracking? Because like, how well can you see those vehicles? Because I always look at, like, when I'm at the airport, I always look out the window and see like those cars that are just driving by, and I'm like, huh. I wonder if the cars have to get clearance to drive in like the taxiways and the roadways, or if it's more so on you all to see those cars. You can see them just fine, just kind of a what the look the captain not exchange. Honestly, okay, I understand that. I can understand that 100%. Who am I to disagree? Okay, so we'd be crossing down here. I think that this probably would have made more sense, but we're gonna stick to the original plan here, which would see us, I guess, cross further down. Yeah, because we're gonna join Beta. We're gonna join Beta here. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Rather turn on manual cross flow. Is that me? Turning off auto. Okay, wait. Manual cross flow. See the above message? Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. I did not see that one. Okay. If you want to be a pro CRJ pilot, turn off manual cross flow before takeoff to top of the overhead panel, bottom middle of a 6-pack of buttons. Top of the overhead panel, bottom middle of a 6-pack of buttons. Ah, okay, right here. Nope. Top of the overhead, bottom middle. This one right here. The auto override. What does that do? Is that's fuel management, I take it? It prevents fuel from moving between tanks on takeoff. Does that help with like the steadiness of takeoff, or what is the use of that? So this is now alpha. So we'd, like I said, we'd hold short on alpha, ask for clearance to cross. Yep. Okay. Yep. See, there you go. Exactly what we thought it would. And you turn it back on when the flaps are off. Uh-huh. Okay, so now we're joining Echo. Alpha to Echo. Right. And now this is runway 1. Do you still get like the hell yeah of turning down a runway at night? Every time I fly at night and I turn down on the runway, and I get all the runway lights looking at me. I mean, I see why you do it. Okay. Trying to get the rudders here. All right. Okay, nope. We just butchered it. There we go. All right. Oh yes, it's quite fun, and the sounds of the wheels turning onto the grooves. Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Okay. All right, so we're good to go here. We are flaps 20. Landing gear is down still, obviously. Okay. And then we're gonna be gears up, heading mode, speed mode, heading mode. TOTO. Damn it. Okay. Takeoff. Flaps to 20. Cross flow off. Gear up. Heading mode. Speed mode. And actually use this nav mode, not heading. And actually for this, use nav mode, not heading. Okay, so we'll use nav mode. Okay, since you have GPS guidance to avoid the White House. Yeah, so color me surprised. The first time I left DCA on the VATSIM network, yo, the dude was not having it. I mean, I might have had 5 flight hours the entire time. And being from this area, I know like what it's supposed to look like, because I know you have the Pentagon on one side, the White House on the other side, the Capitol. If you fly over land essentially on your departure or your arrival, like you're cooked, right? And and so I know this, but I don't know how to control the plane. So I get the plane off the ground, and I'm trying to get the altitude right. The plane's going all over the place. The VATSIM guy's in my ear. I'm being yelled at by the game sound, and he's like, "You're not on the right flight path. You need to turn left right now. You need to ascend right now." I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't do this." Yeah. Bottom line, I almost quit before I even began. But I'm no quitter. We had to see it through. We had to stick it through. Okay, so we have TOGO. We have that. We have Toto. I'm gonna call it Toto. Toto mode. We have Toto. We're good. You said make sure you get the autopilot on. So we're gonna go gear up. We're gonna go nav mode. We're gonna go speed mode and out on autopilot. We also call it Toto. Love it. All right, here we go, everybody. Shout out the guy that said watch this plane because it likes to run away. Once again, thrust to 1, click back.